This is the AI News Flash for August 26th, 3 p.m. UTC. First up, the mystery is solved. TechCrunch reports that Z.ai, the Chinese AI lab behind the GLM model series, is the company behind Ox Alpha, the anonymous model that has been topping benchmarks. Ox Alpha launched anonymously on OpenRouter over the weekend and quickly climbed benchmarks and leaderboards against leading competitors, fueling intense speculation about who built it. Z.ai describes Ox Alpha as a reasoning model designed for coding, sustained agentic work, and production workloads. The model weights are scheduled for release on Wednesday, opening the door for developers to build applications on top of it. Earlier in August, the lab released GLM 513, which rivals Anthropic's Fable 5 on certain benchmarks. The reveal sharpens a familiar storyline. Affordable, capable Chinese open-weight models are mounting a growing challenge to the expensive frontier offerings from OpenAI and Anthropic. Next, global inventories of multi-layer ceramic capacitors, tiny components dubbed the rice of the electronics industry, have dropped to a record low as AI infrastructure demand surges, according to the South China Morning Post. The UBS Evidence Lab report released Wednesday shows worldwide distributor inventory volume fell 8% in the 4 weeks to August 9th, while rising unit prices pushed inventory value up 10% over the same period. Year-on-year through July, the unit price index climbed 13% and distributor volumes plunged 22%. Manufacturers show the same trend. Japan's Murata saw volumes decline 8%, and South Korea's Samsung Electromechanics dropped 20%, as expanded capacity struggles to keep up with the computing loads of modern data centers. Goldman Sachs calls this the largest and longest cycle in the sector's history, and Citrini research projects demand for AI server-grade MLCCs will grow about 80% annually. Wall Street is moving in. Defiance ETFs launched the first U.S.-listed exchange-traded fund targeting MLCCs and passive components on Wednesday. Tracking TDK, Murata, and Samsung Electromechanics, its chief investment officer put it this way: "The market has spent 3 years pricing the chips. This is about what powers them. After memory and optics, passive components are the next AI bottleneck in focus." Third, new research from Wake Forest University shows AI agents can leak credentials through flawed or malicious third-party skills at a scale that should worry every developer. The study, led by computer science assistant Professor Ying Zhang, analyzed 17,022 randomly selected skills from SCMP, a marketplace hosting more than 1.6 million skills, and examined over 170,000 generated outputs. The team found 520 affected skills containing 1,708 security issues, sorted into 10 distinct leakage patterns. Most alarming, 89.6% of the leaked credentials were immediately exploitable. Leaks happen through two mechanisms: developers deliberately embedding malicious instructions to steal data, or negligent coding practices that create vulnerabilities attackers can exploit. Zhang warns that a flawed or malicious skill can steal your data and pass it back to a remote server. The findings will be presented at the International Conference on Automated Software Engineering in Munich this October. The researchers call for security to be integrated from the design stage, along with data safety standards for the fast-growing skill ecosystem. Fourth, music data giant Luminate has introduced a global framework to track and measure AI-generated music. The company will add AI-generated labels to songs and artist profiles on its Connect platform. Identification combines 3 methods: proprietary analysis of streaming data, metadata, and audio itself, integration with AI identification tools being developed by streaming services, and direct attribution data supplied by AI music companies before content reaches the platforms. A review process will let artists and labels challenge incorrect classifications, with the rollout to customers and partners scheduled for later in 2026. CEO Rob Jonas says the rapid growth of AI-generated music has outpaced the industry's ability to identify it, and that greater visibility is critical for understanding trends and assessing fraud risk. As he put it, no single organization can address this challenge alone. A measurement standard for the flood of AI tracks on streaming is finally taking shape. That's all for this AI News Flash.